On Saturday, November 2nd, starting at noon, Kevin Williams is helping sick kids by playing video games. He needs your help to raise $1,000 for the CHIO Foundation. Donate at extra-life.org/participants/347875.
Hello, everyone. It is five-time Knockouts champion Madison Rain, and you are listening to Women Crush Wrestling.
Hey guys, I'm Jen. I'm a gamer, a photographer, and a longtime wrestling fan. Wrestling, especially women's wrestling, has truly evolved over time and is bigger than ever. I'm here to give my take on the world of wrestling, be it women, men, or whatever else is on my mind. Because if women in wrestling are being heard more, shouldn't women in wrestling podcasts be too? Welcome to Women Crush Wrestling! What's up, everybody? It's me, just Jenny, here with my boy Adam.
Who could be the boss? Stranded in the land of the lost. I didn't know.
Is this Limp Bizkit? Are you singing Limp Bizkit to me?
I was singing End Together now, yeah.
I love Method Man. It's Method Man, right?
It is Method Man,
there you
yes. Go. It's, it ain't easy being greasy.
Yeah. Method Man's the best part of that song.
Well, yes, of course it is.
Chacow.
I thought it was the couch.
I know, but it just sounds like chacow every time he says it.
Where are you at, Jen?
I'm here.
Oh, you're at Chicago.
Chicago.
It's like Chicago.
Chicago.
Go. Just didn't have the go part in there.
No, you don't need to. When you're Method Man, you don't need to.
Go.
Yeah.
Method Man, go. It's a G.I. Joe reference.
No.
What you drinking today, Jen?
Chocolate chill.
What's a chocolate chill?
I don't know, but it's good. It tastes kind of like a chocolate milkshake.
Where'd you get it?
Timmy's.
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 Timmy Hose.
We're not pirates.
Well, that's Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I know, but it
He's
sounded
not
like
a
a pirate. He could be.
He should be the third member of Kabuki Booty.
Right? Right? They would always have wood for their ship.
Ah! I'd be like, we're going to make him walk the plank. Okay, 1 second, ladies. I'm going to go there and I'll get the wood for him. You just stand right there, tough guys or tough girls. Oh!
Do you think his neighbors hate him?
I think my neighbors hate me after doing that.
That's why they're moving.
That was a pretty good Jim Duggan, though, don't you think?
That was pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
you
interview the guy twice, and then suddenly you can imitate him.
That's right.
So if anybody wants to have me on their podcast as Jim Duggan, please let me know. I'm happy to do it for them.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Is it illegal? Oh, okay. When did that happen?
I don't know. I think so. Impersonating somebody.
Right. Well, you know what I could do, though? If our patrons wanted to hear me impersonate Jim Duggan, I could do it for them, like, one-on-one kind of thing. I don't mind doing that.
That could be a new level.
It could be a new level, but
Get
right now...
intimate with Adam.
That's a podcast no one wants to hear.
Fair.
I do, like, Hacksaw Jim Duggan impressions, saying whatever you pay me to say, and then you eat a pickle on the side.
There you go. There you go. Can we do, like, a video chat so that I could just shake my head as I eat this pickle?
I'm okay with
Every
that.
crunch.
I mean, I've already got the beard. I kind of got it, I just have to get in shape. That's my problem. So,
yeah.
But, a gym membership would probably help me out with that. But I'm going to need some money to do that. And for if I need some money, I'm going to need you listening to this podcast to go over to patreon.com/WrestleMedia.ca. Put a few ducats in the bucket. You can go like as low as $2. If you're like, I've only got enough for a toonie. That's cool. I'll put that in there. I'll take that. That'll buy me one of those things. What do you call them? Shakes.
They're $3.98.
Oh, okay. So, in that case, if you want to buy Jen one of those, what are they called?
Chocolate chills.
If you want to buy Jen a chocolate chill, then you would want to invest in the $5 a month tier, which will get you this podcast early, which is good.
That can be your change.
Absolutely. Your change is, the other $2. Yep. But a little more than that, $10 tier. Get you more of this podcast, which everybody loves. Everybody wants more, right? Mm-hmm. And then our $20 tier and up will get you this podcast, more of it, completely uncut, ad-free. It's the whole enchilada all at once. We're giving it to you, everything, and there's no time limit on it. It's not like one of these restaurants where you go and it's a 50-pound burger, but you only have an hour to eat it. Like, that's not fair.
So unrealistic.
Not fair.
And
not
the fries, too.
Yeah. And you have to put like 6 condiments on. It's like,
I know. That's so gross.
It's like, what if you don't like mustard? Like,
exactly. What if it's an allergy?
Can you put 6 of the same condiment on it?
Yes.
You're like, can I have 6 tomatoes on it?
Yeah.
6 full tomatoes.
Full tomatoes. Don't cut them. Don't cut them.
No
slices.
Full tomatoes.
Real men eat their tomatoes whole.
Like apples. Just shove them in their mouth and just take a big bite.
Yep.
That's what our Patreon is like. Our Patreon is like, but with no time limit.
There you go.
Because, I mean, you can stay as long as you want, really.
Yeah, we don't care.
I mean, you probably heard Kevin Williams. He has an ad at the beginning of this, I was going to call it pay-per-view. At the beginning of this podcast, which I guess if you were a patron, it could be a pay-per-view, technically.
This would be amazing if this was a pay-per-view.
It would not. You are wrong about that.
I think that would be amazing.
I'm glad you have such confidence in our show.
We can do like a pickle match.
A pickle match.
That sounds so wrong.
It really does. Although I do know quite a few wrestlers who would be very good at a pickle match. Mm-hmm. Joey Ryan would be king of the pickles.
That's what I was pitching.
Of course.
Yeah, I want to eat a pickle with Joey Ryan.
Now, this would be the part where I'm shaking my head, just saying, nope, that's okay. I'm not going to go where my mind is going with that. I'm just going to let it linger. And then we're going to move on. Okay, very good. Bottom line, support us at patreon.com/WrestleMedia.ca. But there are other ways that you can support us if you don't have any money to give, or you're just like, I'm not giving you anything. Fine, that's all right. You want to be greedy about it? That's cool. There's lots of other ways you can help us out. For instance, you can sign up for our newsletter at WrestleMedia.ca. It's free, so you don't got to worry about spending none of that money. We are going to give you something for nothing, and that's a newsletter every single week where you're going to get all the news and information you need to know about the WrestleMedia revolution. News like where we going to be, because we're all over the place.
We're everywhere you don't want us to be. No.
Where's the name three places, like a Family Feud thing. Name three places, top 100 people surveyed, top 3 answers on the board. Name a place you don't want Jen and Adam to show up.
My butt.
Show me your butt. I'm my guess, number one answer.
It would be. I don't even want myself to show up there.
That's fair. I think it's okay.
Already.
I feel like it reminds me of when you said that you don't even want to be there. Do you remember when Adam Sandler had the idiot character that he used to do on his stand-up albums?
I never listened to his stand-up album.
Well, you should. He's actually pretty funny on tape. Mm-hmm. And he did this bit about this idiot's going on a blind date with this really hot girl. And she's asking him a series of questions, and he's just giving the most inane answers ever. And he says that one time he looked at his butthole in the mirror, and it blew his mind. And that's kind of what I thought of right in that moment when you said that you don't even want to be in your butt because it might blow your mind.
Maybe.
A little blast from the past from anybody who used to listen to Adam Sandler back in the day. And any of you that didn't, I severely apologize for that really dated and probably not applicable reference. But that's what you get here at Women Crush Wrestling. Which,
out of date.
Which, we haven't been doing a lot of talking about wrestling at this point in time.
Nope,
because
buttholes. You are at the Butthole Podcast?
With a couple of buttholes. We're still chilling because I'm still not done talking about where we're going to be coming up. If you want to see these buttholes, our buttholes are going to be in Kingston, June 15th. Well, I mean, technically they will be there.
They will be clothed. I will promise you this.
They will be clothed and they will be tight around Mark Henry, Hall of Famer and WWE legend, former World Heavyweight Champion, because I don't want to say or do anything to make him mad. I don't want to be in the Hall of Fame. Somebody's going to get their wig split, and I don't want it to be my wig. I paid a lot of money for my wig. I don't want it to get split.
I kind of feel like if you want to find me at Chinlock, I will be wherever Mark Henry is. You'll just see me there.
Name a place you don't want Jen and Adam hanging around Mark Henry.
Aww.
Show me hanging around Mark Henry.
Sad.
I'm just saying. I don't know that necessarily we would be the people he'd want to hang out with.
No, he would not. Especially me, because I'd probably be like, hey.
Billy Gunn, maybe. Billy Gunn might hang out with us.
Probably.
He'd probably appreciate our humor.
I think he would.
Swoggle, too. Swoggle seems like the kind of guy that would get a kick out of us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Jimmy Corderas. He's a pretty funny guy, but he's probably not as lowbrow as us. I bet you...
And we're not even the lowbrow out of all the podcasts.
Isn't that insane? It actually gets worse than us at some point in time.
I think it's like, Mondays.
Yeah, probably Mondays if you're a patron. Probably Wednesdays if you're not. Bret Hart probably wouldn't appreciate our humor.
No.
He might surprise us, but I don't think so. Jimmy Hart probably... I don't know if he would or not. I think he would as long as we, plugged his restaurant, which I'm cool with, by the way. Jimmy, if you want to ever come on the show. Tommy Dreamer would be so cool with us. Mm-hmm. But he's tight with the other show that we just talked about, which proves that he's even his humor is probably even a little bit lower than ours.
Very.
He wouldn't use butthole. He would use a lot worse.
I would too, but I dumb it down.
You do it for me, and I appreciate
do it for you.
That. Thank you.
You're right.
Everything you dumb down, you do it for me. Name a place you don't want Jen or Adam. Bryan Adams song! Show me Bryan Adams song!
I hate Bryan Adams. I don't care if he's Canadian.
Ooh, you cut me deep with that one. Cuts like a knife. So we're going to be there with all those people June 15th at the Leon Center in Kingston, Ontario. We're also going to be in Renfrew for the Queen Street Wrestling Live Pro Wrestling Show. Got a great tag team contest there. Tabarnak the Team, one of the best tag teams in Ontario, Quebec, taking on another great tag team, the NBA, which I can't really tell you what their name stands for, but it's Michael Von Payton and Raheem Ali. I'm looking forward to that one. It's going to be a great show. It's June 29th. Come on out and see us. All that information is at the On Tour button at WrestleMedia.ca. And don't forget, we're on social media. Check us out. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And you can get all those links and more over at our one-stop shop, which is WrestleMedia.
Wasn't prepared. WrestleMedia.ca.
There you go. Perfect.
It's been a while since I said the website.
It's been a while. So I wanted to throw you a softball.
That wasn't Bryan Adams.
That was not. It was Stained.
Man. They had
Stained?
one song.
They had two.
I'm sorry. What was their other song?
So Far Away.
What's that one?
Now that we're here, so far away.
I don't
They
know
used
that.
it for Mick Foley's big retirement video.
Oh, man. I don't know that one.
You should check that one out. It's great. I love that song. It's phenomenal.
Oh.
Come on.
Phenomenal.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disappoint you like that.
Oh.
Should we talk about some wrestling?
Probably, because this is a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, I guess so. So Impact Wrestling has had a lot of news recently. We're going to go over last week's results. By the time that even you patrons are hearing this episode, the latest episode of Impact Wrestling will have aired. We're a week behind. Sorry about that, but we got to record this sucker early because I got a baby shower, so I got to be there this weekend.
You sound so happy.
I mean, I like
baby shower.
I like baby showers. I don't know what to do with them.
Are you going to bring a little baby shower?
I think so. That is my plan. My wife told me to put it back, but I snuck behind her and purchased it, and now she will be embarrassed.
Yep.
Because she's hosting the thing, so.
Oh, well, then
it's gonna
don't
be...
do that.
No? Oh, well, how do I get my refund?
You don't.
So we're going to be giving away a little baby shower over at WrestleMedia.ca. We had a big ladies knockout battle royal. Listen to the names in this thing. Jordan Grace, Madison Rain, friend of the show, Madison Rain. Kiera Hogan, Scarlett Bordeaux, Tessa Blanchard, Alicia Edwards, Carissa Rivera, Solo Darling, Tasha Steele, and Ashley Vox. Oh, yeah, and Glenn Gilberti, who came out and then won the damn thing.
Makes sense.
I mean, look, I get it. It's heat. I understand what they're trying to do, but man, I hated it. Ugh, it was so bad.
Yeah.
We did get some interesting stuff happening there. Taya Valkyrie came out and messed around with Madison Rain a little bit, our girl Madison. Jordan delivered a pile driver that, I mean, just made me cringe. Not in a bad way, like not in a, ooh, that looked like it hurt her, but in a, oh my God, that looked sick kind of way. So that was awesome. Tessa Blanchard looked amazing as always. She was the real winner of the Battle Royal until Gilberti came in and tossed her out. I don't know where they're going with that, but I'm hoping that it's over and done with quickly. Not that I have a problem with intergender wrestling or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. I feel like that story is done. It's played out. I don't want to see it. You either take it seriously or you don't. And then I would rather see them take it seriously, you know? So, I mean,
here.
That's just my opinion. But I mean, hey, more power to them, especially if this is the way they're going to try and introduce this sort of thing. Actually, as a matter of fact, Taya Valkyrie recently said, I don't know if did we talk about this last week? I don't think we did, eh?
No.
Taya has opened up to defending the Knockouts title against guys, which is interesting.
I kind of think we might have.
Did we touch on this a little bit?
Because I said it would be awesome if her and Johnny Impact.
Oh, that's right. They had a match. So, well, then there's precedent set. Taya Valkyrie wants to try and fight some dudes, and I'm cool with that if that's what she wants to do. I mean, like I said, I ain't against intergender wrestling. It's just I don't like this angle that they're doing where Glenn comes in and he's
Glenn. You never trust anyone named Glenn.
I would rather that heat. I would rather
someone out there. Oh,
I just would rather that heat go to one of the women in the division. That's all. That's okay though. We also got a pretty cool a demon collar match. I was going to call it a dog collar match. That's how most people would probably remember it, but it's a demon collar match. Rosemary and Su Yin. I don't know if this is the blow off for the feud, but I could definitely see it being a blow off. I mean, the the demon assassin there, Rosemary, she was dragging Su Yin out of there at the end of it. So I could definitely see this being the blow-off, but I guess we'll have to wait and see what ends up happening from there. So, yeah, I thought it was pretty fun, actually. A really good match. Both of those ladies could really go. I love when they spit that mist. Mm-hmm. I don't care what. I just think it's the best ever. So
move over, Triple H.
Yeah, you don't know what you're doing.
No.
So we did have a little bit of Impact news coming out of the world of the former TNA. And coming out of Taya interfering in that battle royal, we've now got Valkyrie defending her title against Madison Rayne. By the time you've heard this, it will have already happened. So I hope it was a great match. I hope that I can call Madison up after this and be like, yo, congratulations on your championship win. Got nothing against Taya, but Madison's our girl now, so deal with it.
She's our home dog.
Some real interesting contract news in Impact Wrestling this week. First, Jordynne Grace apparently had yet to sign a contract. She was working without a signed contract, but on May the 20th, just a few days ago, she took to Twitter and celebrated her signing with a picture at the Battle Arts Academy in Toronto, which was awesome. She said, sometimes happiness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. Many paths have been placed in front of me during the past 24 hours, but just one place I feel I truly belong. Happy to officially call Impact Wrestling home for years to come. 2 years, as a matter of fact. That's how long the contract's going to be. And you know what? I mean, I think that's a great thing. You know, she's been doing really well there. I think she has so much potential. Mm-hmm. She's really only going to go up from here as far as I'm concerned. I honestly, I like her a lot. I honestly feel like she might get lost in the shuffle if she was to go to someplace like a WWE.
I think so.
AEW, she might be able to bring something to the table because she really is a unique performer. Like, there's no real woman out there that looks like her. The closest one I could think of is Natty. Natty is probably the closest thing, just because they're both so strong, so freaking strong. But even then, I think Jordynne may be stronger than Natalya. So I think she needs a little bit more polish.
Yeah. And
I think the best place for her to do that is Impact. So I'm happy about that signing. I think that's great. But on the other side, I heard some very interesting stuff regarding Scarlett Bordeaux. Apparently. Also on the 20th.
So apparently she wants out of her contract.
Yeah, which is weird, doesn't it? Does that not seem like it came out of nowhere to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. No confirmation about the request itself right now, just rumor and hearsay as of this recording. Impact confirmed that Bordeaux is in a multi-year deal, and it does not end until later this summer, or it doesn't end later this summer as originally mentioned. It's been reported by Mike Johnson that Scarlett Bordeaux has asked for her release, and PW Insider dictates that their source says her contract is a pay per appearance, not a guaranteed contract. So if that's the case, I can kind of understand where she's coming from. She may be thinking, look, you know, I'm loyal to this company. I want to work with you guys, but I want some guaranteed money. I want to, you know, show that I'm important to this company. And I get that, right? I mean, she wants to be in the mix. And if you're on a pay per appearance basis with a company, you may be seen as more expendable, right? Yep. And let's be honest, this is a good time for her to start negotiating because she's bringing in video hits and clicks on YouTube that are great numbers. Mm-hmm. She is a commodity, right? She just was a big part of their huge pay-per-view, right? And holy crap, is she getting better every single week?
Yep.
Like, they've got something there with her. So good on Scarlett, because I feel like she knows that she's of value right now, and now is the time to negotiate. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. It could just be that a matter of she's unhappy or she wants to do something else. It may have something to do with the fact that her boyfriend and Impact wrestler Killer Cross also asked for his release. So maybe the two of them are unhappy about the financial aspects of their contract. That's what PW Insider is reporting. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say. I don't know how much they're asking for. It's tough. Mm-hmm. And I would like to see her stay in Impact. I think she's just starting to really kind of establish herself as a worker there. And I think that she's right on the cusp of doing something great with Impact. What about you? Would you like to see her stay there? Would you like to see her try somewhere else? I mean, I think she'll be successful no matter where she goes. She's a great performer.
Yeah, I think she should stay at Impact.
I do too. Yeah. I think she's doing really well there. I'd like to see her stay there. So I don't know if anybody from Impact listens to this, but, you know, go maybe see what you could do, because I would really love to continue to see her on Friday nights. So that's how I feel about that. You want to talk a little bit about some Money in the Bank? Wait, sorry. We said that wrong. Go ahead.
Money!
in the Bank.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about it. First of all, the actual women's Money in the Bank match, which opened up the show. What'd you think of it?
I actually really liked it.
Yeah, it was
really
one of my
good.
favorite match. It was my second favorite match of the night. So.
Whoa! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. It was really good. I feel like almost all the ladies were showcased in a good way. I like that Dana looked really good in this match.
I love the handspring elbow into, was it Naomi upside down in the corner? Or with the ladder? It was good. Good spot. By the way, I love Naomi's new look. Totally digging the bumblebee thing. Mm-hmm. I dig it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to give some props, throw some props to Mandy Rose and Carmella specifically, who got me.
Yeah.
I thought she was injured. I really thought that was it. I was like, oh my God, that poor girl. She just got injured.
Yeah. And
then it was all a work. She totally fooled me. So good on her. Yeah. She got me.
She's really good.
Yeah. I think she's way better than everyone thinks she is.
Oh, I know this for years.
I know. You've been a Carmella fan since day one. You've been down since day one.
Yeah. Day one-ish.
Day one-ish. Pardon me.
Yeah.
What did you think of Bayley winning?
I actually was shocked. I didn't think WWE would give it to her.
I'm not that surprised.
No,
she wasn't. I mean, you and I both suspected it would be Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, she was up there right at the end with her. And I mean, it could have really gone that way. I like that Sonya Deville was pushing her up there. I like that stuff. It's good heel move. Mm-hmm. But it's this new attitude that Bayley got, that look that she shot her when she was up top. I was like, I bought into it. I bought into it.
Yeah.
It was great. I thought everybody came up. Nobody looked bad in this match.
No. Like Amber Moon doing her moonsault off the ladder.
Doing that eclipse move off the ladder. Blew me away. Yeah. So great.
Yeah.
There was so much good stuff in this match. Every woman shined out there. Bayley was the best, was the right call. That crowd went nuts for her. Mm-hmm. And I was surprised because I know that there has been some controversy surrounding her and maybe she's not as over with the fans as we thought. Apparently that is a bunch of baloney because man, oh man, that crowd went crazy for her. I loved the promo that she gave after the match where she was just like, I ain't about having fun anymore. I'm here to win. I'm here to be a competitor. Mm-hmm. And that is so important for Bayley, I think. Yeah. You know, she is moving on from like the, oh gosh, golly gee shucks, I'm just so glad to be here and this is my dream and let's hug everybody. I love that character. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but it's time for her to move on from that. It's time for her to evolve from that character.
Because she's been that character forever.
Yeah, and I feel like on Sunday, that was the start of that. Mm-hmm. That was the start of her saying, okay, you know, it's time for me to get serious. And then even more so later on, which we're going to get to right now. So we had the women's Money in the Bank match. Then we had Lacey Evans versus Becky Lynch. What did you think of the match? It was okay.
It was okay. It wasn't horrible, but it was just, I knew it probably wasn't going to be a big match because
it was really about Lacey proving herself.
Yeah. And I kind of had this feeling that they were doing her matches back to back. So I knew one of them was going to be really short.
I didn't think they were going to do that at all. I got caught off guard with that.
I knew they were going to do it.
Oh, really?
Because I thought if Becky doesn't open with one match, then she's doing them back to back. Because, you know, I felt like she either had to open it or like have her matches like in the middle because they weren't going to do like I don't know. Have one here and then 2 matches later, have another one.
Well, no, they've done that in the past.
Yeah, but I just feel like they're not for her.
Well, you were right. Either way, you were correct.
Duh.
As soon as she was done, Charlotte came out, which is great because nice heel move on Charlotte's part. Becky looks like a hero. She's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Gets in there. I like that Lacey cost Becky the match. Mm-hmm. It was good. And then, of course, Bayley comes out, cashes in, huge pop. That's my favorite match of the night, Bayley versus Charlotte Flair, because her winning the belt was my favorite moment of the night. It was such a feel-good moment, and I loved every minute of it. But I'm going to be honest with you. There was a moment there when Charlotte was beating down Becky. I thought, okay, Bayley's going to come out, she's going to clear the ring, and then she's going to cash in on Becky. I thought for sure they were going to turn Bayley heel in that moment. Because, you know, the new attitude and stuff, I was like, this is going to be a perfect moment for her. She's going to turn heel on Becky. I thought she was going to nail her with the briefcase and then, like, take her out. Now, they didn't, which surprised me. I'm not upset. Don't get me wrong.
Good.
I'm not upset about that. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't have been mad if they did it. You would have been mad.
A little bit. I wanted Becky to have one. I didn't care if it was the Raw or SmackDown. I just want Becky to have one.
Well, she wouldn't have won both of them. She would have won one or the other.
Yeah.
You can't cash in on both titles. Or maybe you can. I don't know what their rules are.
Well, I just meant like because Charlotte
won. No, but that's what I'm saying. I thought it would have gone... My apologies. I should have made this bit more
you
clear.
should have.
My assumption was, I guess she could have cashed in, I guess, technically, and taken the Raw one, too. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, but I thought the idea was she was going to cash in the SmackDown one by beating Becky. Like, I thought she would come out after the match was done, but it doesn't matter. It never happened. Didn't go down that way.
Didn't go down.
So now Bayley's got the SmackDown title, and Becky has the Raw title. So let's talk about Monday Night Raw. My favorite moment from the show, they come out for Moment of Bliss. Nikki Cross co-hosts with Alexa Bliss. I like their dynamic. It's fun. It's pretty cute. Becky Lynch is out there giving a promo. The Iconics come out, getting all kinds of heat.
Becky won belt,
which is funny. And then they have a tag team match, a 6-person tag after Lacey Evans comes out and talks smack. Favorite moment from the entire show on Raw? Alexa Bliss taking her coffee down to the ring to just stand there on the apron.
Well, because I'm actually really surprised that they let her get that close to the ring. Because usually, if you're not medically cleared, they don't like you being. Did
she even get up on the apron though?
No, I think after they win, she gets up there.
But she was outside the ring, right?
Yeah, they don't like you being near the action.
That's true.
Because anything can happen.
I guess they felt like it would be safe out there enough, and it was, clearly. They had a fun match. Nikki Cross looked great. I don't know, do you think that they're heading towards a babyface turn for Alexa, or do you think they're just doing this as part of like the odd couple story they're doing with her and Nikki?
It might start off as an odd couple, and
you
then
think
maybe
that
it will
turn her?
Babyface, yeah.
It's very possible, especially if sooner rather than later she's not going to be doing a lot of in-ring stuff. It may be good to team her up with a person that has a lot of personality too, and then they can play off each other, that sort of thing. So that was awesome. I don't remember anything else on Raw that was for women's match. That was the highlight of the show for me anyway. SmackDown was a lot of fun as well. The Carmella R-Truth stuff. You must have had a lot of fun with that. What'd you think?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I didn't know that R-Truth was the 24/7
champion.
Whatever belt that is.
It's basically the hardcore title, but without hitting each other with weapons.
Did you hear how the crowd was so silent?
They
did not appreciate
They did not think it was a great idea.
No. And I felt bad for Mick Foley.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess he can only get so much over, right?
Yeah.
So, he tried his best. It wasn't his fault. I think people just looked at that belt and were like, ugh.
It is a really gross looking belt.
I'm not a fan.
No,
I'm not
it
a
looks
fan.
like Flavor...
Maybe it'll grow on me, but
I don't know. Flavor Flav. Oh, designed it. I swore. Make a note. I swore.
Mark it down here. 27 minutes.
10 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah. I didn't know R-Truth was the champion.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, and then, it makes sense that people were chasing him because, that's a 24/7
That's right.
champion.
It's a little belt. It's a little silly.
It's a little belt.
It's a little silly bit of a gimmick, but, I like the stuff he did with Carmella on SmackDown.
Yeah, and it was cute. It was weird him dressed up as a woman. Was he trying to do it? I don't know why he was trying to do it.
Because he was in disguise because everyone's chasing him.
Right,
so
he had his belt on.
Well, but that's R-Truth.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so it was
He
cute.
called it the European title when he won it, it made me laugh.
Well, R-Truth.
Now, here's a little bit of question. Here's a question for you, because after this, Sports Entertainment Scoops tweeted out a photo of R-Truth.
2 scoops?
Not 2 scoops, although we are going to talk about her a little bit later. R-Truth was obviously wearing a blonde wig, and SE Scoop said something like, I don't see R-Truth, but why is Charlotte the new 24/7 champion? And I guess Charlotte saw this tweet and was not happy about it at all and called him out and was like, I can't even believe you would say something like that. Now, and first of all, good for her on calling them out on that. And also, I want to say good on SE Scoops for afterwards coming back out and saying, hey, we apologize. Lines were crossed here. We were not trying to say anything other than the fact that R-Truth is wearing a blonde wig and you're blonde. And that's really all we were trying to say with this, but it was an inappropriate comment. Obviously, it could be taken other ways. We should have thought of that, and we're sorry about it. And I think they're sincere about it. I don't think that they meant it to be Charlotte looks like a man, which is, it's an unfortunate thing that so many people have said that, and so immediately that's where her mind would go.
And that's why I understand why she was so upset.
Sure, I can understand. I could easily see how she would look at that comment and go, oh, I hear, this is what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
But I honestly do believe it was just a mistake of them just going, oh, he's wearing a blonde wig. Oh, okay, well, let's make a joke and be like, oh, it's actually Charlotte, because the disguise works so well. Insert sarcasm here.
Yeah.
Right?
Part of me kind of feels like he was trying to dress up as Carmella.
Yes, I think so too. I think that was the idea, was that Carmella was trying to dress him up like her. And, you know, that's the funny gag.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But either way, it was an okay segment.
It was cute. It was a cute segment.
I'm curious how long it will take for this kind of stuff to get stale.
Very.
Yeah, I think it'll be quick. Hey, this is a commercial for patreon.com/WrestleMedia.ca, where you can get early access to episodes of your favorite WrestleMedia shows, get full uncut and uncensored versions of your favorite shows, and more. Don't want to hear this commercial on your podcast anymore? Sign up at our main event tier and get these episodes ad-free. Want to hear your own commercial here instead of ours? We've got tiers for that too. Visit patreon.com/WrestleMedia.ca and join the WrestleMedia revolution today. We like Allison Kay here, don't we?
Yeah.
So the NWA has announced that they've posted the full match of NWA Women's Champion Allison Kay taking on Marty Bell on their YouTube account. It took place at last week's Ring of Honor War of the Worlds in Chicago. And, Chicago.
Go.
So go check that out if you get a chance. I can't wait to check it out when we get the opportunity.
Just check it out.
Check it out. What's it all about?
Oh, man.
What is it all about?
I don't know, wrestling.
That's what you're supposed to do. All right, I think that's kind of it. I can't think of anything else that we wanted to chat about.
No, I think we're good.
All right, well, then I guess we can take it home then. Go right ahead.
Well, all right. Well, I've been just Jenny, and then that's been my boy Adam.
Sweet and sour like a Krispy Kreme.
Okay.
I just switched it up for a different rap song.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
It doesn't sound like you're very okay with it.
It was just an odd statement.
Well, yeah, of course it is. Have you ever known me to do a not odd statement?
True. Fair. Well, we just crushed it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
Were you a big Limp Bizkit fan as a kid?
I loved Limp Bizkit.
Yeah? Did you ever, wear the same clothes that...
Fred Durst did?
Yeah.
No, I had a life.
My wife did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This has been a presentation of WrestleMedia, where everything is wrestling and wrestling is everything.
Here's what you're missing out on right now over at patreon.com/WrestleMedia.ca. I am so pumped about this. Smash Wrestling here in Canada will crown... What's wrong?
Oh my God.
Name a place you don't want Jenny or Adam near.
Canada!
What? No.
Show me Canada!
I'm not moving.
Want more? Sign up now at patreon.com/WrestleMedia.ca.